Well, aloha. This is Nicki Keohohou, CEO and co-founder of the Direct Selling World Alliance. We're so happy to have with us today Ryan Kell. And Ryan is a big part of Bloo Kanoo, and we're going to be talking with him about some things that are here for you as a distributor and your company. So welcome, Ryan.
Thank you so much, Nikki. It's great to be here. We are so happy to be part of the DSWA.
Well, thanks so much. So I've got a few questions to ask you. Let's start with one real simple one. What is Bloo Kanoo?
Yeah, it's a great question. Bloo Kanoo is a live stream and video conference selling platform. Basically, the way that you can think about Bloo Kanoo is if Zoom and a shopping cart had a baby, that's what Bloo Kanoo would be. We have Zoom features with the videos and the conference and all of that, with a shopping cart built right into the experience. And so that's what Bloo Kanoo is.
Well, that is so exciting because you can use it for more things than just conferencing, which is a great thing.
Yeah.
So what made you start the business to create this innovative application?
Thanks. Well, so it's funny. I've had this conversation a lot of different times, and what it really comes down to is that, yes, I am a software developer, and so you would think that that means I hate people, but in actuality, I love engaging with people. It's just part of what makes the human experience what it is. And so when it comes to the way that we engage online, and especially the way that we engage online, it just felt like we had worked so hard to take people out of the equation, but people are just such an important part of the buying process. And so I always joke and I tell people that I really just think the internet's broken. And what we wanted to do was fix it, because for centuries, whenever you go to buy something, whenever you go to be a customer, you're there to ask questions, and you've got the salesperson who's there to guide you along and answer those things. And the internet doesn't let you do that. And we wanted to bring people back into the sales conversation. And so that's what was the impetus behind Bloo Kanoo, really bringing the human experience back to online shopping.
I think that that's great, and it seems to be working. So, we have company executives on here, and I know you can sell direct to the company and customize things. We have distributors that are going to be listening to this message too.
Yeah.
So this is from the distributor perspective. How does this fit in to their direct selling business?
Yeah, great question. So, every day as a distributor, your primary purpose is to help your customers buy more product. And whether it's through you or people in your organization, your objective is to connect with customers and help them find products that are going to improve their lives. And so, in that course, right now, you're doing it via phone calls or text messages. And for a lot of you, you're doing it over Zoom calls, or maybe through Facebook Lives or Instagram Lives, or whatever it is that you might be doing. What Bloo Kanoo does is it gives you a channel to better connect with customers and do that in real time. And you can use it to replace your Zooms, replace your Facebook Lives, make it so that it's that, every day you want to connect with those people that are part of your organization and your customers. And Bloo Kanoo makes it easy to jump on those calls, to connect with those customers and have conversations while helping them purchase products.
And today our whole profession is about customer acquisition and retention.
Yeah.
So this is a tool that will support that. So how does this work with the current sales tools that most distributors have?
Yeah, so the primary sales tool, I mean, we as people are the primary sales tools, right? That's like if anyone tries to tell you that you're not your most important sales tool, they're just misinformed. And so part of this is bringing you back into the equation. But then when you start to consider all the technology that's part of your everyday, which is maybe your personal or your branded website or your replicated website, the way that Bloo Kanoo works is that we're designed to integrate directly with that replicated website. So, you're already telling people, hey, come to my website, buy my products. we're actually making it easier so that you can say, hey, come to my website, let's have a conversation and I'll help you buy those products. And so that's part of what we do. We have we have mobile apps that make it easy to do that out in the world. So you might be out at a grocery store and you run into someone and say, hey, let me grab your phone number. You can text them to invite them to conversations. So this really isn't, our intent is to make it so that it's not a new tool per se, because you're already performing these activities. It's just a new format to engage with the customers in the way that you're spending time with them.
Combining tools, really.
Yeah,
And
that's
yourself, because people buy from people that they like.
That's right.
And
yeah.
so they get to know you through the tool, and then they can buy right then. So many people say, hey, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get to it. And they never do. So if you can get that sale right at the moment, increase your chances.
Yeah. It's there's that. And a lot of the time, one of the things that I always talk about is that, in the world of e-commerce, basically what we've done is we've told our customers, hey, become your own salesperson. I'm going to give you this card. I want you to go here and sell yourself on my products. Yes, we have a relationship. I'll do a little bit of follow-up with you, but we're basically giving them a task and telling them, hey, I want you to go through and do this. And here's the steps, go through, check out. But as a customer, we don't want to be in that environment. We just want to be able to say, hey, I'm here. Let's talk about it now. Okay, I'll buy right now. That's why retail is still the #1 sales engine. Retail still makes up 85% of sales volume. Online has only taken up about 15% of total sales volume in the US. And so if what we want is to simplify the customer experience. And that's the big thing. It's got to be about simplicity. So if you're using Zoom or if you're using these others, yeah, you're having the conversation, but then you're saying to the customer, oh, I need you to take these following 10 steps to get to the finish line. We want to take those steps out of the way.
Good idea. So distributors still need Zoom if they're using Bloo Kanoo?
That's a great question. We think of Zoom as an excellent tool for connecting with customers and for connecting with people, but it's not a great sales tool. And so you can replace Zoom with Bloo Kanoo. Now, if you're using Zoom for family get-togethers and family board game nights, great. Go ahead and keep using Zoom for those kinds of things. But as soon as you want to encourage the person on the other end of that call to take some kind of action, that's where Bloo Kanoo is a replacement that works better for you and for your customer. So, Zoom has its place, but Zoom is not a sales tool. Zoom is a people connection tool. When you want a people connection tool and a sales tool, that's where we fit.
Got it. So do they still need Facebook Live if they're using Bloo Kanoo?
Yeah, a lot of people have moved to the Facebook Live world, of course, where they're getting on and they're broadcasting out to people. And it's I think of it as the same thing. If your objective is to get on Facebook Live and show people how maybe broadcast your kids' baseball game, go for it. My son's a soccer player, so I might jump on and do a live stream so that cousins and grandma and grandpa can watch. But when it comes to engaging your customers with buying, Bloo Kanoo makes it easier, not just for the customer to be able to say, yeah, I want to buy right now, but also for you as the consultant, because you don't have to do all of the follow-up. Facebook Live is difficult and challenging because once you've done your live, then you got to go back and check your recordings, make sure you're watching the comments, make sure you're sending invoices, make sure you're doing all of the extra steps that are involved. Whereas with Bloo Kanoo, you can do a live stream, you can have the same customer interaction, and they're there on the checkout page. So they just add to cart and check out, and there's no steps for that follow-up. So, Facebook Live has its place for social connection, but it's not really made for selling. We've just adopted it that way because we didn't have a better alternative. And what we're trying to do is give you that better alternative.
It's interesting how technology is improving, and our profession is a little bit slow on the draw, but once we get it, we got it. Yeah. So if a distributor is on this call listening to this Zoom, what would be the best way for them to talk to their company about what you offer?
Great question. So we have, first off, I'm a believer in connecting one-to-one. And so, if you want to have that conversation, I want to have that conversation with you, and we'll jump on a phone call. We'd love to connect with anyone. So, you can follow up. I don't know, Nicki, do you have a way to facilitate that? Or maybe what we'll do is we'll send along with this, like a link where they can request information, and we'll help make those connections. Because once again, I'm all about connecting with people. And I don't want to just say, hey, go here, do this. I'd rather have that conversation with you, but we'd be happy to, to help you answer your questions, help you understand how this fits in with your organization, and then we can help with the conversations with corporate if that's something that you'd be interested in doing.
I think that'd be good. So to find Bloo Kanoo, go to dswa.org, go to About and Alliance Partner. We've partnered with Bloo Kanoo, and we're so happy, Ryan, that you're part of our family, and we look forward to working with you for a very long time. Thank you for sharing with our folks today.
Thank you, Nicki.